Okay. We out here in Raktika Great Woods chilling with Ishtola and the gang. She's the only one that matters to me right now because she is wifey. We have 2 quests, including this one, before we get to our dungeon. 4 quests, including this one, in total before we are done this patch, and 34 quests, not including this one, before we are done Shadowbringers. Now, these are accessories. So I need to figure out what I'm leveling up next. And decide from there if I'm gonna need, or which accessories I'm gonna want. And I already know what my next 2 for sure jobs that So, Gunbreaker is going to be my job that I get to 91st. That's my number 1. I was actually just on it because I was doing some PvP. But then Astro and Dragoon, I believe, are the ones getting reworked in Dawntrail, so I want to have them at 90. It's just a matter of which one am I going to be playing through more at the moment. I guess technically I should have Astro at 90 first, because that's the job I want to use for Endwalker, or Endwalker for Dawntrail. I'm gonna be a Gunbreaker for Endwalker. So I'll just pick and choose from that. Alphino has the right of it. Let us pay a visit to the Ondo. We should speak with Tolsh Ath first. As chieftain, he is doubtless privy to great many secrets. That's a weird name. I don't remember ever reading it before for some reason, but... Oh, that guy. Yeah, that guy. Hoo-ha. I should really swap back to my, warrior. I also put my gloves back, because it was just throwing me off a little too much. I don't know if those would work with this, actually. I need to figure out a good outfit that I'm going to use for Endwalker.
I have sent for no finless ones. Perhaps you instead come seeking something of us?
Yeah. So here's the sitch, bud.
Ruins which your kind have yet to explore, I see. I know of one such place, alas, under these circumstances. I'm afraid we can spare none to guide you there.
And what circumstances are these?
Rather than hunt for their own meals, the Benthos have pillaged our stores of Minir liver. They must be replenished with haste.
The Benthos? A particularly violent tribe of Ondo, if I recall.
A band of bottom feeders. We all lost much in the flood. While others work to rebuild, they resort to thievery and murder. Revenge, they call it, when they prey upon our kind. But do not be fooled. They care not who they harm. Would that we had the warriors to challenge them. This is not the first time they have stolen from us. But there is no resource more perilous than liver. Precious than liver. All must dedicate themselves to the hunt.
Unless, of course, we were to reclaim the livers for you. It seems a fitting payment for vital information, does it not? Moreover, one could argue that by employing Bismarck to reach these depths, thereby driving back the waters, we are in part responsible for the deeds of those driven to desperate ends for the changing climes. One good turn and all that. I thought you might say that. You've never been one to miss an opportunity to help. Reclaiming the stores it is, then.
We would be grateful beyond words if you did. The Benthos have surely taken the livers back to the Flounder's floor. But be warned, there will be no shortage of guards waiting to spear intruders.
Then, we will have to not draw the attention, shall we? Sure thing, doll face. Also, as you guys can see, I got the last few things done. Aether Currents. I have not done the other dungeons that are available for us yet. What I'm thinking is what I want to do is do the story up until, like, for the next 3 streams, try and do as many MSQs as I can per stream. Then go about the last 4, if that's how it has to work. Last 4, last 5, whatever it may be. And from there, do the 2 dungeons and a little bit of leveling on Gunbreaker. Because I also have to do the Gunbreaker quests, right? Like, that's a very big thing. Thrusting your hand into each sack in turn, you find that all are filled with wheat down to the bottom. You also find that raw wheat is unpleasantly pointy. I also kind of feel that, these boxes are filled with assorted vegetables. Liver is not a vegetable. What was I gonna say? I feel like this outfit is slowly becoming a staple for me. Because it's something that, like, I always have on my character at this point, if I'm not just, like, trying out, like, new armors. Like, I'm ready to switch back to it, honestly. Upon cursory sniff, you detect the faint aroma of fresh oranges. A far cry from a rather memorable scent of minery liver. There we go. I know how to read. Did I do this one already? Oh yeah, vegetables. Oh, right. Stupid froggy. This way. From the squelching noise they make when prodded and the vile stench, you conclude that these bags are bursting with livers. Brilliant. Are those them? Yeah, I think so. Perhaps you've deduced this already, but it seems that Benthos have been raiding Calusia's storehouses as well as those of the Ondo. Oranges, pumpkins, wheat. We can discuss this after we see the liver safely back to Tolshas Arth, and that it wouldn't do to keep him in suspense. low key, I kind of. Whatever's first on the list is what I'll grab when it comes to. Actually, I don't even know what Dragoon use. Do they use slaying?
I am relieved to see you unspeared.
What? Maiming, oh.
Our precious livers, I knew you wouldn't fail.
We also found all manner of foodstuffs from Calusia in the Flounder's floor. Tell me, Tolshas Ath, does that seem odd to you?
It is brazen to be sure.
I'm reminded of rumors I've heard recently concerning the rash theft from Calusia warehouses. The perpetrators enter in the dead of night and are gone before they have realized what has happened. The Umorian army has been investigating, but thus far to no avail. Perhaps they have struggled. So is their quarry? Is that their quarry is of the sea? The true question then is what we mean to do about it. Much as I would like to proceed to the ruins without further delay, we cannot allow the Benthos to carry on as they are.
If I may, I believe that the ruins are in fact key to the Benthos plans.
Is that so? Ow. Punched my desk. Her stupid desk. Gotta hit the desk or any inanimate object that hurts you. Get into a car wreck, and you're okay. See if you can get out. Punch whatever hit you or you hit if it's a vehicle, not a person. Please don't hit people.
These ruins which lie deep.
That's horrible advice. Please do not listen to me for legal advice. I cannot drive. Of course I dropped my phone. Alright, let's hope that no damage is done to the phone. There's no cracks or anything. This case is very good, so. Just trying to look at what the time was. And I dropped the damn thing.
These ruins which lie deep within the Illuminated Land are a recent discovery. We have seen signs that the Benthos are preparing to claim them with all haste. We could not fathom why, but in light of knowledge that they have been stockpiling resources, it is clear that the Queen will soon give birth. They require space to raise their young, and food for both Queen and hatchlings to thrive.
Well, we can't hardly fault them for that.
Under normal circumstances, perhaps. But conditions in the Tempest are far from suitable for spawning. Its resources are barely able to sustain our current population. There is only one reason they would disregard this. They seek to build an army, and with it take revenge upon the Finless. It is not a surprise. They came to us not long ago seeking allies for the cause. We rebuffed them, of course. The suffering of others will not serve as balm to their own. Their queen, however, desires only bloodshed, and will gladly send her children to die in our stead.
If they are planning to wage a war, that changes matters considerably. Indeed. Indeed. I doubt that this can be resolved without violence, but perhaps with a show of force we can convince them to see reason before the die is cast. I would rather not risk your people in the attempt if we travel to the illuminated land. Is there any way, or is there a way we might identify the ruins ourselves?
Yes. Once you reach its depths, still go deeper. You will see a monstrous structure there upon the seafloor. That you have come to us now is that of the will of the Ancient Ones. They have guided you here that you may drive out the usurpers. Those who seek to use their magnificent creations with vile purpose. I have no doubt they will show you the way forward.
I'm afraid that the deed do not speak quite so clearly. Nevertheless, we shall not try to disappoint. If what we seek lieth deeper still beyond Amarat, I would call upon the assistance of another. Fending, slaying, aiming, healing, casting. Oh, healing, because maiming isn't on. I guess the jewelry could be slaying. But. Oh, a person. A paladin. Oh, a paladin indeed. Though our course hath been decided, to pursue it we must needs beseech the aid of a friend. I speak of Bismarck, pray follow me. To Sullen, that what we might seek an audience with him once more. I'll just take the Crystarium TP because that is so much cheaper. Because it's a favorite destination. Alright, let's go on you. Oh, a Dark Knight. What's your sword, bud? Just a casual level 68. That's actually kind of a nice GS, not gonna lie. Da 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 da. Oh god, I am a yawny boy today, gamers. Notice something. Let's see. Today is Thursday. So it's EXP and reduced rates. Kind of didn't notice that we didn't have any stuff on. Voice? No. From here we press onward to Isle of Ken. I shall proceed on foot. You've perfected your technique then? Just so. The water will be as glass beneath my feet to provideth purchase. Fragile, yet true. Watch closely. Oh, I shall certainly. Oh, I certainly shall. Forgive me, but would it not be easier to perfect a swimming technique? Aye, 'twould be a pity if you drowned, truly.
Oh, hush, I'm sure it'll be brilliant.
He's done it.
Incredible.
Please fall. I don't remember what happens here. I feel like he's gonna drop into the water. Yep.
Eorzea.
Oh, for the love of. Mine apologies. The technique requireth the purest of focus, and mine was lacking. To perfect this magic, I was so far as to deal with the Foth. And with their aid, mine efforts finally met with success, albeit on a single occasion. I know not why I cannot repeat it. I thought I saw you waver a bit there at the end. Perhaps you're simply tired?
Thancred?
I wonder why you guys are wavering. It's nothing to worry about. Only a dizzy spell. Though it may not be wise to go for another swim just now. Thankfully, we have an alternative. A wonderful little invention, I am certain you will agree. Invention. A boat. Yeah, why don't they just ever take a boat over? Why did they have to swim? Hello, friend. Out of the queer group. I will petition Bismarck's aid on our behalf. Let us pray my diplomacy proveth more effective than mine experimental magics. You speak with the voice of the king. Little neighbors, I will not deny you. As before, if you seek what sleeps beneath the sea, I will be your guide. Thy kindness is boundless as the depths, serene one. Before we depart, however, I would ask a favor. After our last flight, I found many creatures clinging to me. I am itchy. Remove them, and I will take you below. We shall, with all haste, shall it be done. With all haste shall it be done. There we go. I know how to read. So, did he agree? Aye, though I need a favor in... I agree to a favor in kind. Regrettably, 'tis not one I possess the power to grant. Bismarck hath asked us to cleanse his underbelly of barnacles. Alas, one must need dive beneath the surface to do so. Even if I could master the power to walk upon it, it would avail me not. Oh, for heaven's sake, is that all? Little and I are more than capable of that. With the Kojin's blessing, we'll have done it in a moment. We've done it within moments. And better than that than standing here and listening to this nonsense. I take the right, you take the left, now go. Yes, ma'am. Jeez. I am in your debt. For a good deal prying the various from various angles, you dislodge the barnacle. Deal prying from various angles, you dislodge the barnacle. Oh, what's this? We dislodged the barnacle after prying from various angles? I hope if anyone is lurking, they are having a good time and having a good day so far. Apologies to my reading or my commentary is a little bit lacking. Again, I am quite tired today, but all should be fine. Thine efforts are most sincerely appreciated. I will inform Bismarck that we may depart without further delay.
Much, much better. Thank you, little neighbors. I remember a long time ago, another did this favor for me. After the flood, when I chose the spot for my slumber, he came and made a home on my back. Ken was his name. When I grew itchy, I stirred, but he was not afraid, no. He asked me what was wrong. I told him of the creatures clinging to my belly, and he dove into the waters. He helped me. He was my friend. He told me he wished to live in peace away from his people and their ways. This I understood. I treasured our time together, brief though as it was, brief though as it always is. But I remember him, and how we laughed when we flew. I remember when he slept. I too slept that day, and many days since. But the light fades and the darkness returns. Ken sleeps, but in memory he laughs, and together we fly. And I am here. I am awake. It feels good to speak and be heard again. A shame the others cannot understand me.
If thou art willing to learn, I will gladly teach you the language of men.
Thank you, little friend, but it is time I grant you your request. But first, I will take flight to cleanse my body and prepare. The dive will be swift, and I will not have you struck by errant debris.
So this island was named for a man. How easily the past is forgotten. He passed not even 100 years ago, yet the truth has slipped from history. so many grains of sand. Might I have some explanation of what he just said, or shall we all stand here making vague and mysterious allusions? While he maketh ready to deliver us unto our destination, Bismarck bade us wait for him on the shore of Calusia. That's all. I feel as though there was more to it. Indeed there was, but it hath no bearing to the task at hand. I should be glad to share the rest upon you anon. Fine, later then. If Bismarck requires time to prepare, I suggest a short respite for Eorzea and Thancred in particular. I require no such thing. I am the picture of perfect health. Mine was but a momentary lapse of concentration. Worry not on my account. You mustn't push yourself, so please rest. For me? Hey. Oh, all right, if you insist. You too, little. You've been running yourself ragged. Yes, ma'am. In that case, I'll leave the old men in your care. The rest of us will meet you at the Split Hall anon. Word of advice, never let it show. When she realizes she's struck a nerve, she remembers. By the god, she remembers. In any case, if we must be made to rest, I know a place in Sullen that's better for it than most. Come with me. May as well have a seat. We wouldn't want our elderly knees to give out. I know, my creaky 24-year-old legs, they are rough. To hear her speak, you'd think I'm on my deathbed by the 12. I'd wish that girl wouldn't worry so much. Thy countenance belies thy words, Master Thancred. I'm sure I don't know what you mean. The records show that I am here under protest, though I can't say I mind the view. If the abundance of anglers is any indication, even an amateur might land an impressive catch. Shall we try a hand at it?
Help! Someone! Quickly!
It's Nightshade. We was attacked on the road. From the Crystarium. Barely escaped with me life.
I suppose we might have predicted this.
You mean to help me? For free? Oh, thank you.
If I recall correctly, Nightshade is a local band of outlaws. I doubt they'll trouble us overmuch. No more than they already have by interrupting our relaxation at any rate. Whale tail. Weed brick, not lap. Lap, not brickweed. Haha, loser. Ooh, nice axe though. Kinda like it. These two have matters well in hand by the looks of it. Oh, not forget this kindness. May we meet again. That's what we warriors of light do, after all. Is that you, milady? Don't tell me we've deprived that poor fellow of the honor of being rescued by the Warrior of Darkness. We had no idea you were in the area. Fancy us meeting again so soon, eh? Well, I believe I even recognize your companion. Yes, from the infirmary. You had a message from the Crystal Exarch, did you not? It's good to see you back on your feet and on patrol, no less. Oh, it's nothing as official as all that. Strictly speaking, we're off duty, but as we had a free moment, we thought we'd give a few of the less traveled roads a look. The guard doesn't have enough hands to patrol them regularly, you see. That's admirable. There are few so devoted to their duty in Lakeland or beyond. Well, we've been talking about it for a while, and neither of us is satisfied with just seeing out our service. We feel like we could be doing more, like we should be doing more. It's all about to have the will to help out our fellow man, and the resolve to see it through. I remember you. The excitable one. Sorry, milady. Got a bit overexcited the other day. Couldn't get my words out. The name's Vornard, milady. I'm with the guard, but I just don't want to protect the Lakeland. I want to protect the lot. Just like a warrior of light. Sadly, our duties prevent us from venturing too far from our own little corner of Norvrand. What we'd really like is to do travel. To better ourselves and go where the need is greatest. But everyone has to start somewhere, don't they? For now, we can stop Nightshade from robbing the odd fisherman. Then that's what we'll do. I mean, hey, Little Frog started off with just doing, you know, random requests from people as a wandering warrior, wandering marauder. You know, they learned how to do stuff from their adoptive family, which were a bunch of guardsmen in the Gridania area. So, you know, it's not all too, you know, hard for them to imagine what it's like to, what's the word? No, where, you know, small beginnings lead to great legends. Well. Well. Future heroes for the first, don't you think? They want not for spirit. 'Tis but a pity they draw inspiration from us so clouded. A wellspring. Yet it availeth us not to fret in idleness. We must needs press on if we are to bring Elidibus' schemes to light. Actually, if I were somehow able to, I could fight in the Cedar Sacrifice today.
Beneath the surface.
There, while respite was cut short, I dare say we are all eager to avail ourselves for such knowledge as the ruins may hold. Aye, and I doubt further contemplation of Elidibus's machinations will be conducive to relaxation. We may as well make for split hole now. Hello there, friend. All are present. Now we need but await Bismarck's coming. Is this voiced? This feels like it would be voiced. No, it's not. Weird. 'Tis time. Pray make ready. Well, I mean, there's no music, so obviously it's not voiced. Nemesius Andir. Gel, no. XP bonus, too. Ooh. How many more do I have in my challenge log? What is it here? 6. So I have 4 more to do. I've been working on my challenge logs to try and get myself a little bit extra experience. Because, you know, the grind to 80 is, admittably, a little bit on the slower side at times. There's nullifying damage. Bam. What? Oh. I just want to at least beat that one. Alright. Let me get out of here. Run, little. Three, two, one. 3, 2, 1. Nemesius Andir. Anadir? Endir? Anadir actually seems right.
To the depths.
Critical chance.
Dr. Boxcar.
I actually don't remember this fight all too much. Which is kind of funny. Ew, my health. He almost hurt me for a second. Oh, I hit the wrong button. I tried stunning him, but I hit Shift M5, not Alt M5 by accident. How dare you flood us, people of the First? So that guy's got a 90. I wonder if he's Omni or if he's grinding for other... He's probably grinding for others. For the Mandervilius weapons.
Time has come to part with these interlopers.
I love when the dungeon is on like the moving back of a guy.
The water falls, we must hurry.
Okay, that monk looks kind of cool, and yeah.
We were fortunate, but what is all of this?
Bong. 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 A bong. A bong. All you gotta do is AoE spam. Easiest thing since sliced bread.
Tiresome creatures.
Look how this is all just like the first room of the dungeon. We haven't actually even seen the proper dungeon zone yet. Trench your var. I don't have the ability to stun him. So I apologize for that, guys. Of course, the moment he's done, doing it, I get my stun back, though.
There it lies, I give you my breath. Oh.
Thank you, Senor.
Your wish is granted. Go, little wanderers.
No, it's Little Frog, not Little Wanderer. Come on, man. Ew. Ew, what are you? It's like a dinosaur fish. dinosaur fish, really frog? It's like a dinosaur fish. I was gonna say dinosaur fishy originally anyway, so dinosaur fish works out either way. Where is the blood? All that we want is lost in the flood. Proud in the space in their waves is the blood. Get rid of number 1 unknown first. I could really go for playing Baldur's Gate right now. I need to re-download it. I had to delete it for other games, sadly, but I could really go for Baldur's Gate at the moment. It would be quite fun, I'm not gonna lie. There's actually a lot of stuff that I wouldn't mind playing right now. Not on stream, but I mean, like, they're just stuff that I'm, like, getting that itch to play again, just in general. Rainbow Six Siege. What else is there? Pokemon. A little bit of Minecraft, not gonna lie. What else could I go for in the long run of it? Oh, I don't need either of these. My current one is better. I could go for playing the forest. Ooh, I do love me some forest. Probably Sons of the Forest because I've done that one the least. I've never seen the end of Sons of the Forest, which is kind of funny. Because I've at least seen the end / beaten. Okay, I've seen the end of the Forest, like maybe 10 times, but I've played to the end of the Forest. Like maybe 4 to 6. 5 is admittedly like a very solid number to assume there. It could be a 5-5 thing, honestly. I could really go for playing like 7 Remake right now, but I don't have an HDMI cable for my my PlayStation, so I can't exactly go about that. I had to sacrifice mine so my parents could have TV downstairs because their HDMI cable was broken. I know, very noble thing to do. Right, noble. But nah, I'm just gonna pick one up this weekend, as well as the game that I'm gonna be streaming next week, most likely. Because I want to start doing new or different like story games on Thursdays and Fridays again. Especially with 7 Rebirth coming out. So there is a game that I haven't played yet that I was recommended that I do. Visions of Elf, attend to us now. So yeah, I'm gonna do that one on stream. It's gonna be like 4 streams, if anything. So it's not like we really have to worry about much on that regard. But I'm excited to play it. Because it is another Final Fantasy game. Was that a Buster Sword? That's ironic. Oh, our healer. Like that horoscope still went out. Alright, here you guys enjoy a heal. Okay. What's this? Oh, that's an earring.
An earring, really? Giving me bloody earrings in this place.
Okay, those are actually kind of cool looking, I'm not gonna lie. Which I actually don't even know, but so on my free time, when I can, I'm gonna start playing through Remake on my own. I'm gonna pass on it. Screw it. And then I'm going to be doing one game on stream that is... I mean, it really doesn't matter if I say it or not. I'm going to be playing through Crisis Core, because I've never played through Crisis Core yet. And I was told I should be introduced to Zach before Rebirth comes out. Considering we see him at the end. Considering Zach is just important overall to who everyone is and who Cloud is as a character, I should really see the lad. Oh god, I want to play through 16 again as well so badly. I'm gonna play through every Final Fantasy game on stream at a point. That's, you know, 1 through 16. But those will obviously take time and a lot of patience. But I think it will be quite fun to do so. And then eventually I want to play through some like Nier games. I want to actually beat Baldur's Gate on stream. So I will eventually begin that again. I think that'll be the game I go back to after Rebirth is done. Actually, no, because once Rebirth is finished, I'm probably going to be doing my playthrough. Wait, how long ago did 16 come out? June. Oh, I still got time. Though, that will be released around dawntrail time. We will... Ooh. We'll have, what, 16 DLC, 16 year 1 anniversary, dawntrail, and Rebirth all this year. It is a good year to be a Final Fantasy fan. Lost in the flood, proud in the space, is a blood.
You know nothing of the depths, nothing.
Are you the queen? A little creepy looking, I ain't gonna lie. Oops, I didn't mean to hit that already. Well. Oh, right. We needed to prevent them. Come on, fish mommy. You shall die. I also need to play through Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom still. Oh, there's so many games on the backlog, but I get to experience them all for the first time. That's the beauty about having a backlog of games. It's never a chore. It's something you get to experience in the future. Which is amazing. Because who doesn't want to experience a bunch of games for the first time, like start to finish? In their waves of blood. What is this? Divination. Oh, opposition. That's divination. Damage dealt is increased. Let's go. Here you guys go. Get a little bit of shake it off. Let's do that. For some reason, I just instantly forgot all of my keybinds. That is just Godbert Manderville in disguise. Go for it, all yours, Chief. Let's go.
This structure must have served an important function. And here are yet more crystals.
Are those auricites? That looks like auricites.
I too noted the crystal repository on the way. The Benthos seem to employ them in their spellcasting.
In such vessels did the ancients preserve concepts, ideal forms to be drawn upon in the act of creation. That so great an abundance should reside here lendeth credence to Yshtola's conclusion. This facility held great significance.
Well, hey, what's going on, brother? Oh. This is where it happened.
Thank you all for joining us at Andir in the moments of perilous times.
The most perilous times. By the summoning of Zodiac, we have been granted a reprieve. Yet, immutable as the law he has woven may seem, they will not serve to forestall our doom. Nay, we should continue down this path. Our fate will be the same. Should we continue?
I said as much to the convocation. Of course, but they stubborn fools turned a deaf ear to my warnings.
This is where Hydaelyn is.
and I had hoped that the defector at least would side with us, but I regret to report our overtures have gone unanswered. Whither tend to your thoughts, Vene? You will where you lead, we will follow. There she is.
I shall not speak ill of the convocation. They too seek only to secure the future of our star. Yet, it is plain they will not countenance a permanent solution. That being the case, we must ask ourselves a simple question. Are we prepared to pursue our chosen course, even should it mean suffering the eternal condemnation of our brethren? If so, I see no further reason to demur. Let us bring forth the light that shall ever keep at the darkness in check.
So, it was they who first summoned Hydaelyn.
Their discussion did seem to imply as much, yes. I cannot say I have ever heard of this Venar before.
For a certainty,
Venar.
Emet never uttered the name, speak though he did, of the schism which Zodiark's advent wrought upon mankind. Some were of the viewpoint that his power must needs be restrained, and to that end did they call forth she who would serve as his shackles. We now know that it was this Venar to whom they looked for leadership.
And that this place, in all likelihood, served as their headquarters. The presence of such intimate records attests to that. I would hear what else they have to tell us. All of it. Did anyone see the source of the image? The device there? Then let us see what other secrets it holds.
Venar, please. Why must it be you? If I may speak plainly, it would sooner be another. Any other. You are our leader. None can take your place. You know as well as I that but few support our cause, far fewer than they who place their faith in Zodiark. If Hydaelyn is to stand a chance at opposing him, I am the one who might suffice as her heart. Rest assured, however, I shall not vanish from this world. The form I shall take ever remain my choice. Then I will press you no more. Only know this, you will be sorely missed. I wonder, is this how the convocation felt about Elidibus?
What? Forgive me, but did that not strongly imply that Elidibus sacrificed himself to become Zodiark's heart?
7 hells. Then who or what are we dealing with?
Device appears to activate via a form of ethereal attunement, not unlike an aetherite. Beyond that, I can say little for certain, save that we should take this opportunity to see what other records it contains. I got all 3 comms, by the way, which makes me happy. No response. Confound it. If I may, milady, the panel did formerly emit a soft yet perishable glow. That it doth so no longer may betoken the depletion of some essential energy within. Given how long it has lain dormant, I think it fortunate it functioned at all. That may be, but if we can't get back to work again, we will be leaving with more questions than answers. Then we've answered. The white robe emissary hath named himself Elidibus. Yet, if the shade spoke true, Elidibus ceased to be, ere even the sundering came to pass. This calleth to mind a truth that Emitselk did once reveal in passing. The names by which we know our foe are not those given to Ascians at birth. Rather, they are titles of office, afforded to individuals of merit as such time a role becometh vacant. Perchance the Elidibus as Zodiark's heart, and the emissary with whom we are acquainted, be not one and the same, but predecessor and successor. It's possible if the previous Elidibus perished before the final days. Just gotta hear something really quick. Alright, there we go. The one we know could still be a survivor of the Sundering, and yet something in that explanation rings false. I will remain here for a time. I would not abandon my attempts to revive the device so soon. There is more to learn here. I can feel it. In matters of etherology, I know of none as capable as thee. If there existeth a means to learn more, thou wilt surely find it. Whilst thou art thus engaged, we shall attend to matters on the surface. Echoes of a fallen star is our next quest. Can we but uncover Elidibus' true origin, we may yet come to understand his design. To that end, Ishola must needs be afforded as much time as she doth require to complete her investigation. To the extent that such things were within her control, yes, speaking of which, perhaps we might trouble the Exarch for news on his progress with the spirit vessel. He will no doubt wish to hear our discoveries as well, as there are such.
Dare I ask what's going on?
Nope.
Ah, excellent timing. For me, in any case. We have a problem. The vast majority of those gathered here are presently in the employ of the Guard or else one of the facets, and no longer wish to be so. In principle, all are free to change vocation at any time, but a city does require a certain number of people in these positions if it is to continue to function. For the moment, I have asked them to postpone their resignation until such time as replacements can be found. As you may have surmised, we have the Warrior of Light to thank for this.
Absolutely.
It's you! The Warrior of Darkness! You understand, don't you? Someone's going to have to look after this place once you're gone. We just want to be ready to do our bit when the time comes.
And not only here, but everywhere. Which is why we've got to get out there and lend a hand to those in need. That's what you did, isn't it? Even if it was just little things at the start. You helped people.
And you're helping people by keeping the Crystarium safe. Well, yes.
And we're trying to do the same. We may have our sky back, but there's no shortage of people who still need help. If we follow in your footsteps, then I choose to believe we too can be heroes one day. Even warriors of light.
What are we to say to that? We can hardly tell them they are mistaken. They seek but to do good, as you have.
But no more can we stand idly by and suffer a paragon's scheme to proceed unchallenged.
Hey, that's not good.
What's happening to the sky?
What the?
Wicked White.
Hey, the Hero's Gauntlet.
Oh no.
Pardon me.
By the 12.
A star shower.
Oh.
I hear a voice.
You and all? Then why does it feel like it's inside my head?
Hear? Feel? Think? I hear it.
Me too.
Did I not tell you, my friends? You are warriors of light! You're back! What you hear is the voice of light itself, and it has blessed you with its power. Welcome to the fold!
I'm a warrior of light.
I've been chosen?
Can it be?
Me, a hero?
Wait!
Sky Mommy told them to live, laugh, love, and they believe it.
The falling stars, were they your doing? And why do you need warriors of light?
What, am I to reveal my plans simply because you asked? Nay, I think not. Though the stars, I acknowledge mine. A convenient illusion, apt to awaken what little is left of the power that once resided in your sundered souls. That which you and yours call the echo. And an echo it is, of a symphony, but a fraction of what men in their completeness once possessed. Even those among you who tower over others in the gift have only the faintest trace of it. But though sundered and forgotten through death and mocking rebirth, it has persisted. A whisper of our past, burned into your very ether, along with the sight of our end. Through the rekindling of memory, I have awoken the ability, just as Hydaelyn is wont to do when she has need of new minions.
The Echo hath ever been thought a gift from Hydaelyn, a boon granted solely to her chosen. Yet thou wouldst claim she merely awakeneth the power that men should hearken unto. Her voice. Given the perceived simultaneity of her call and the awakening of her chosen's capacity to hear it, it is only natural that we thus attributed the source of the gift. Yet if, in truth, the echo is a prerequisite for hearing her voice, one might surmise that her call never ceaseth, such that all who awaken to their innate gift might receive of the blessing of light at the self-same instant. In sooth, we bore witness to this but moments ago. At the sight of the star shower, full many in the crowd did speak of hearing a voice in their minds, did they not?
Just so. And whenever Hydaelyn has need of new servants, she is quick to pluck comets from the heavens or create illusions of the same.
Why then didst thou conjure this vision, full knowing that thine age-old foe would thus claim those awakened to the gift?
I took the balance.
Foe? You must be mistaken. As you see, I am a warrior of light. And together with my comrades in arms, I shall save the world. Just like you.
The more Elidibus reveals, the less I understand. But that he has made a fine mess of things is plain. He's gone then? I've managed to persuade a number of our would-be deserters to reconsider, or at least delay their departure, but as many are deaf to my entreaties. Young Thaler and Vonard among them, I'm sorry to say, they have quit the guard. Nevertheless, I wish them well. Whatever Elidibus' plan might be, the pair have only ever had the best of intentions. One can hardly blame them for thinking themselves heroes elect, after not having been blessed with the echo. Not after having been blessed with the echo, and it is not as if they haven't shown the requisite spirit. I quite agree, though the impetus for the sudden departure may have been words falsely spoken. The men and women whose footsteps they would walk are heroes in truth. Warriors of light, Ardbert, yourself, most of all. And so I would ask a favor of you. Speak with them ere they embark on their journey, and furnish them with what wisdom you can. They've set off for the Amaro launch, but you could still be able to catch them if you leave now. Worth the effort, I'd say. If I recall correctly, the Elder Seedseer took the time to usher you onto the wider world many moons ago. I think that compassion rather flatters Thaler and Vonard. But the point still stands. They would doubtless be greatly encouraged were the warrior of darkness herself to see them off. If thou art willing, I prithee go. Thou mayest safely leave the task of unfolding that which did transpire at Animasius to us.
Run! Speed is our friend, little. Run, my friend, run.
Boing. 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 So you're gonna run as 2 tanks, right? Interesting. How you guys expect to do dungeons? You again? I mean, it's you, milady. Sorry. It's been a funny old day. You can be sure we'll take those words to heart.
I still can't believe it. You coming all this way just to speak to us. I swear we won't let you down, so long as it helps someone. We'll do what needs be doing out there, no matter how small.
And when larger threats loom, we'll be ready to face them. You'll see if we aren't. The path shall ever be revealed to those who are true of heart. My gunbreaker side's coming out. No longer Oonga Boonga. We'll be off then. Farewell, Warrior of Darkness, and thank you.
The soul
To the ocular.
See how long this cutscene is. Thank you for making the effort. I'm certain your words will be a boon to them. While you were away, the others told me of your investigation. We have yet to discuss how to proceed, however. While your findings in Animasius and Enadir do raise important questions as to your identity of our adversary, we are no closer to discerning his design. Nor do I know of any other potential avenue of investigation. For which reason, we must needs trust Ishtola's ingenuity, and wait for her efforts to revive the ancient device to bear fruit. What if I were to attempt to follow the emissary? Elusive as he is, his plan compels him to court public attention. He shouldn't be impossible to find. Especially for one of your experience. It does seem worth the attempt.
Then I'll come with you. Safety in numbers.
In combat, perhaps, but in stealth, where stealth is required, the opposite is true. Happily, I don't plan on getting myself caught, so you needn't worry. Nor do I intend to vanish for moons on end. We still have the empty to attend to, don't we?
Alright, then I look forward to your return. And it all sounds like the rest of us should avoid doing anything which might prompt Elidibus to look too closely at our movements. Insofar as it is possible, I recommend we limit our activities to the Crystarium.
Speaking of which, Exarch, might I ask that if you've made any progress with the spirit vessel? Of course, we are presently studying the principles underpinning memory transference, and, I believe, nearing the requisite level of understanding. Less hearteningly, practical trials of transference methods suited for use with the vessel have yet to yield satisfactory results, to put it mildly.
But there are still many promising possibilities we have yet to test.
Indeed, though it may take some time, we are well on our way to a solution. And I shall not rest until one is found. Though we are grateful for thine unstinting efforts, thou needest not labor to the exclusion of all else. If it would serve to lighten thy burden, however little, I would gladly offer mine assistance. Quite. I, for my part, will do what I can to ensure the Crystarium continues to run smoothly in spite of recent disruptions.
Then perhaps I could help. There must be something I can do, even if it's just guard duty.
Thank you, all of you. I shall breathe easier for your assistance. Of course, on the evidence of recent past, I will not be long before some new crisis arrives to throw our plans into disarray, at which time your service will be in particular demand. That being the case, perhaps you might take this opportunity to retire to your suite at the Pendants. We shall soon be ready for restart.
Hopefully this cutscene isn't too long. They're also a that rat bastards. Of course, that's your name, buddy. Why wouldn't it be? Alright, so we have 13 minutes. 14 minutes, actually, before I need to do restart. So let us hope. You know what? Let us do restart now. I'm gonna go use the restroom. And I'll be right back. Alright. Let's get back into the game, my friends. We are here at the end of 5.2. Yeah, this will be pretty fun. In the beginning of it, we all Alright, Little Forg. Um, dun, 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 dun. All right. Bum, 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 bum. As a pleasure as always, Mistress Frog. I am relieved to see that you were unharmed in the earlier commotion, though if I may, you do look somewhat weary. I presume you will be retiring to your suite. Very good. Do let me know if there's anything you require. Will do, bucko. Let's get this show. Is this a voiced scene or just... I like how I sleep in my armor. I like how it's taken us basically 2 hours to do 3 quests, but 1 dungeon, so technically 4. I say 2 or 3 hours. I meant to say 2. These stories are quite long per quest at this point. They're not like simple fetch quests. Mistress Frog, it's Gilnod from the Wandering Stars. I apologize for calling so late. Wandering Stairs, not stars. A friend of yours was asking for you. You may remember them from that business with the cardinal virtues. Oh, my boy. Well met, sinner. How you doing, bud?
I was looking forward to a welcome respite here in the Crystarium, but the mood is not exactly conductive to relaxation, as I am sure you've noticed. I'd wager you know more about what's going on than anyone else in this city. Care to share? I can't say that I envy you, your prey. Dark work, and twisting the Warrior of Light's legacy reminds me of what became of old Diakoson, though this Ascian of yours is a fair bit more chatty. I'm tempted to silence him myself. Brandon made his mistakes. I'm sure they all did, but the past is past. They've earned their rest. I'm not about to let them sully Ardbut's good name. What? You want me to leave it to you? Right. I'm not the only one carrying all that weight. Very well. But only because you asked. Remember, if you ever need me, just say the word. I'll be there. Us and the moon. Always fighting for it. Always staring at it. What could it hold? Meanwhile, in the Crystal Towers, umbilicus.
Foiled again. If I cannot imbue the infernal thing with my power via magical means, we may need to devise a way to infuse the vessel with my blood after all.
Art thou unwell?
I'm just doing the more crystal and it really hurts to move with these crystals on me.
Or perhaps a brief respite? It wouldn't do to overtax yourself.
You're right back, Lug. I'm a chicken.
I'm fine. And given to stubbornness, I'm afraid. Especially when I have a stake in the outcome.
I don't remember this cutscene. Badass as it is, though.
The dream again.
Meanwhile, in the source.
Hey, buddy boy.
A recurring dream. They do so fascinate me. Might I trouble you for the details?
I have always dreamed of it. Fire falling from the heavens, and the city, nay, the whole world ablaze.
Indeed. Could Emmett Selk have found a way? Precious few possess memories of the final days.
The final days.
Why, yes. Admittedly, my knowledge is mostly second-hand, but if you are interested, I will gladly tell you the tale. The tale of the world's end.
Ah, in the name of light. 5.3. Hoping to do 4 to 5 more quests, if at all possible.
I mean, we're gonna keep going until I can't go anymore, right? That's usually how I work. Ah, he's autoing.
Let's see.
Ah, player. Will you be venturing forth today? Do be sure to take care. If so, they say the star shower was harmless, but one can never be too careful. But I concede it is not for me to tell the Warrior of Darkness how to look after herself. Old habits, you understand.
I know I said up player, because I pulled up what the script was off to the side.
Ah, little. How very opportune. Greetings, my friend. Do you perchance have a moment to spare? Wonderful, wonderful. I want to thank you, you see, for revealing to us the truth of the Warriors of Light. After all these years, your tale set the record straight. Finally, the people see them as the great heroes they were. Or the great hero he is, in the case of Ardbert. You too were surprised to see him, I think. At the time, I was not certain what to make of all of it, but I could see the effect of his word had on those around me. And the stars rained down from the sky, and well, you know the rest. But between you and me, Morin, I don't trust it. When did the commotion die down? When the commotion died down, you were nowhere to be seen, but I was determined to express my gratitude, so here I am. Thank you, Little, for giving voice to the truth and restoring the warriors of light to their rightful place in history. Should you perhaps wish to have your account on these matters committed to writing, I would be more than willing to serve as your scribe. Indeed, if there is anything I can do to help, anything at all, you need only say the word. What's the situation in the city like? The situation in the city? Do you mean the people awakening as warriors of light? Well, while questions remain about the circumstances surrounding Ardbut's return, history tells us that what took place may not be entirely unprecedented. But to understand that requires the understanding of the Warriors of Light in a broader Vrandictic context. If it please you, I should be glad to provide an overview. I thought to myself that it may grant you a better grasp of that which is occurring not only in the Crystarium, but the world at large. Excellent. I shall return to the cabinet at once and look up the relevant text. Pray join me at your earliest convenience. No rest for the righteous, it would seem. Do not let me keep you, miss. I bid you a pleasant day. Ah, Little. Excellent timing. I have, but this moment, finished gathering the materials for our lesson. As soon as a great many works make reference of the Warriors of Light, I shall, within your permission, focus upon only the details that seem most relevant. My children, Warriors of Light, you say? Forgive us, but we couldn't help overhearing. You've been keeping watch over the Crystarium. We've been keeping watch over the Crystarium, but it appears to be busy as usual. So I thought I'd spend some time brushing up on my knowledge of familiars, and Alfino volunteered to help.
I actually came on a different errand, but I'd be interested in hearing about the Warriors of Light as well.
May I join you? Of course, all my kids are welcome. They call me Mama Frau, Papa Frau, Little Frau, Parent Frau. Of course, the more the merrier. If you would care to find a table below, I shall be down with the books in but a moment. We have a table right there. Why don't we just sit at the table that's right there for us? We're one to pour over the annals. We're one to pour over the annals of Varantic history. One would note the comparatively frequent reference of individuals hailed as warriors of light. Ardbert and his comrades require no introduction, but many others bore the epithet long before them. To name but a few, there was Toltwell, legendary first king of Lakeland, Rodfort and Sulard, the fabled Dawn and Gladjent duo of Vauber. And no list of Varandic heroes would be complete without the Archmage Tiuna of Ronka. In older texts, she too was called a warrior of light. It did surprise me how ready people were to forget the negative associations with the title, but it makes sense if it's been around for centuries. Really, in age past, it was simply a synonym for hero. In the wake of the flood, however, light came to be regarded with fear, the title used not to exalt but to revile. Or to revel. A far cry from its beginnings. The Warrior of Light. This, my friend, is Norvrant's oldest epic, the original tale of the struggle between good and evil. In a time when all lay shrouded in darkness, a prophesized hero rose to deliver the world from its doom, fighting in the name of light. The hero styled himself its foot soldier. And thus did he become known as the Warrior of Light. Curiously, in the centuries that followed, other heroes appeared who have claimed the self-same epithet? I don't know the word, honestly. Despite sharing no discernible connection with their predecessors. And in time, the Warrior of Light came to be a name according to all men and women of uncommon skill and valor. Well, the plot thickens. As you know, the Warrior of Light is also used in the source. Though the manner in which individuals have earned it are many and varied, heroes have been honored thus since antiquity. Nor does the custom show any sign of dying out, as you can well attest. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? It surely can't be a coincidence. Indeed not. Let us imagine a man who is awakened to the echo and is able to hear Hydaelyn's voice. As she styles him, so too does he style himself, a warrior of light. Of course, being blessed with the echo does not in itself make one a hero. And conversely, there will have been no few heroes who were not blessed with it. But such distinctions are immaterial to the masses, and over time they came to use the title Warrior of Light and the word hero interchangeably. Sounds about right. It would be interesting to see if the theory holds true in other worlds, if crossing the rift were that easy. And there I was thinking, Hydaelyn did call me Warrior of Light. She did. I've never heard her voice myself. but I can feel her presence. Perhaps through Minfilia. At any rate, assuming all this is true, there's a common thread behind the epithet. Epithet. I doubt the Asians will have been amused. I'm just looking at something really quick. To have the world at large associate light, and by extension Hydaelyn, with good, must have added insult to injury. While this discussion is undeniably fascinating, I wonder, should I be privy to it? Mayhap it would be better if I excused myself. Oh, no need for that, my friend. Pray accept our apologies. Your lesson on the Warriors of Light has given us much to ponder.
Did someone say Warriors of Light?
Oh, there goes that little goober. Ricky Tio, are you alright? Ah, my precious tomes. Did I not say you must take care in the cabinet?
She's so precious. Look at the little bean.
You too, Arkil, Erwell. We're sorry, Master Morin. Aren't you? I'm just responding to something.
The Warrior of Darkness. My name's Riki Tio, and I want to help everyone. Please tell me what I have to do to become a hero, to be a warrior of light.
You see, she's so precious.
So I want to be a warrior of light, but not one that fights with a sword and all that. No, I want to be the kind that fights with potion and heals people. An apothecary.
So she wants to become an alchemist and a white mage. Got it.
And I'm going to help everyone in the Crystarium. No, in all of Norvrend. While I told Arkil and Elwil this, they said that the cabinet should have lots of tomes about potions. But this place is so big, we don't have the faintest idea where to begin searching. At this rate, I'm not going to get anywhere.
If one knew where to look, one should be able to find treatises on potions here. Even so, I fear that they may prove a little difficult for ones so young, but Esteemed warrior of darkness, perhaps you might accompany young Riki Tio to the Spagrix, rather than through tomes. I believe she stands to learn more by observing the Shirogans at their work. Shirogans. Sounds like a plan. It seems we finished here, so we'll come with you. Last one there is a rotten egg.
Ha! I'll have you know I'm the fastest. You're really going to be the rotten egg.
Of course, if you let me be the last one there.
Or last one to leave. Of course I'll be a rotten egg.
But unlike you guys, I have teleportation magics.
I don't know if any of you can teleport as well, but if you can't, well, let's just say I'm better. How I am the rotten egg.
Well now, to what do I owe the pleasure of so many bright-eyed visitors?
Gotta give her an old lady voice.
Is that the way of it, sweetie? You wish to learn about medicine? That's right. I want to become a warrior of light who uses potions to help people all over the world.
She wants to become Doctors Without Borders.
Well, that is a very noble endeavor, and you aren't alone in it. No few at our infirmary yearn to venture forth as warriors of light. But ultimately, they have all decided not to pursue that dream. Huh? Why? Because the people here need them too, sweetie. The gods who place themselves in harm's way to keep us safe. The artisans who toil tirelessly that we might sustain our way of life. And younglings like you, who are the future of the Crystarium. They couldn't simply abandon them, you see. And so, difficult though it was, they made the decisions to remain. Then, does that mean my dream isn't any good? Oh, sweetie, yours is a wonderful dream, and it would be my pleasure to help you to pursue it. If we all worked hard, the day will come when our churgans may set forth to aid folk in every corner of the realm. As we strive towards that, I hope that we can rely upon you as well, though I must warn you, ours is not an easy path. No, you must work very, very hard. I'm not afraid of hard work. I will become the best apothecary ever. You just watch. Hehehe. That's the spirit. Without further ado then, may I entrust you with a task? I have placed an order of sweet sieves for potions, for potion ingredients, and I would like you to go collect it. Ooh, an ingredient? Leave it to me, miss. Such an abundance of energy, though I can't help but wonder if she will be alright by herself. My apologies, but would you mind accompanying her when you arrive at the Sweet Sieves? Speak with a woman named Gracine, and she'll point you in the right direction. I shall join you, as the one who suggested this course to Rikitio. I would assist her in her first steps. Sounds good, buddy boy. And what about the two of you? Are you coming along too? Well, we do want to become warriors of light, just not the same kind as Riki. So we'll wait for you here, warrior of darkness. When you return, please teach us how to fight. In that case, Reen and I shall accompany them and take the opportunity to talk about their aspirations. As two expert combatants, I trust you two. Noom. Speed demon. Bam bam bam. Be running as level 69. Nice. I forget, did I fix my adventure plate? I did. Noom. Noom. There's not a etherite over here, which is kind of sad because I would have liked an etherite in this area. Is
If it isn't the Warrior of Darkness herself, may I assume you are with Master Alphino? Right, lest you wonder, Chazamir's order is for grapes. As busy as we have been of late, however, I regret to say we didn't have the time to harvest them. So, with apologies, I asked Master Alphino and his young companion to help themselves to the fruit on the vines. Perhaps you could lend them a hand. It is the undersized grapes you'll want to pick. They're too small for normal consumption, but suitable for making wine and medicine.
Undersized grapes.
Undersized grapes. Look at them. Look at their polygonal ways. I love these. I love it. Alright, time to grab this.
Oh, you're here too. Picking little grapes. It's quite fun.
Don't let Alfie know that I grabbed these. You win the race between the two of you.
Wow, you picked this many already. Amazing.
I dare say we have enough between us. Shall we take them back to Chasmere?
I can't wait to see what she's going to do with them.
She's gonna eat them. She's like, I love me undersized grapes. Tell me, Riki, what made you want to become an apothecary and a warrior of light?
Well, a while ago I felt sick. Really sick. My body was burning up, and I felt so weak I couldn't even get out of bed. Traveling to the apothecary came, and a traveling apothecary came and gave me a potion to drink. It was the foulest thing I'd ever tasted, but it made me get better. She was so brave. The apothecary, I mean. She went around taking care of those people, even when it was dangerous, and I decided I wanted to help people just like her. So I started brewing potions out of grass and giving them to my friends, but I really don't know what I was doing, or if there was anything else I could do. Then, not long ago, a neighbor told me that he was going to become a warrior of light and go traveling around the world helping people. And I thought, that's the same as what I want to do.
Oh, that lightning looked cool. I see. Out of curiosity, what did your neighbor do in the end?
Thylia? I haven't seen him for a bit, so he must have already been out looking for people to help.
Thaler, one of the gods awakened by the star shower. Thank you for sharing your tale with us, Rikitio. I myself took inspiration from one not unlike you, your traveling apothecary, and I hope her good example will spur you on to realize your dream. But it will not be done in a day. Such lofty goals are reached through hard work and persistence. Though countless little acts of heroism, like delivering the grapes to Chazimir. It would seem we have been laboring under misapprehension. I convinced myself that it was Elidibus who sowed the desire to become warriors of light within the people's hearts. But I see now that the impulse to aid their fellow man abide with them from the first. Elidibus did no more than give it a name. And as he is so kindly proclaimed, we must return to our own world ere long. With the Exarch laboring tirelessly, I doubt not but that a way will be found. Yet I believe for us all, when I say, we cannot leave in good conscience, not until we have dealt with Elidibus. This is no longer a strange and distant land after all. Norvrant has become a home to us, and her people our own. Let us return to the Saprix. It wouldn't do to keep our admirers waiting. You got it. Run, run, run! Go down the speedy path. I think I'll work on a new outfit tonight to run around this map with. I don't know what outfit I want to make for myself, but I just know that I want to make a new one. Boing, a boing, a spoingy, a boingy, a doinky, a woonga, a boonga, boing, 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 boing. Ribbit.
Aye, thanks for your kind help, sweetie. We now have all the ingredients we require. From the grapes we shall make vinegar, and to which we will add elf grass and a few other herbs to produce an invigorating syrup. Though it's unspeakably sour, it does wonders for the constitution. As a part of her studies, I may just have to give Rikiki a little taste.
Honestly, I love sour things, so send it this way, old lady.
Heroic dreams.
Oh, hey, bud. You could do without the hat, honestly. Warrior of Darkness.
If you've finished helping Riki, would you show us some fighting? Not play fighting, but honest to God's fighting.
We've already had some enemies that you can deal with. Vampire bats. The gods say they've become a pest around the Crystarium as of late.
We tried to sneak outside to hunt them, but the gods caught us and sent us home. But they shouldn't mind if you were doing the fighting and we were just watching.
The children told us as much as while you were away. And in preparation, Chasmil kindly furnished us with some lures for the bats. While the creatures won't give us any sport, bear in mind that the younglings will be watching. That's to say, put on a good show, yes? Right, let's head outside at once. Follow me, everyone.
Alize, just wait.
Oh, come on then, children. Ba 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 da 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 da.
Alize.
Everyone's here. Good. Let's get started, shall we? As the name suggests, vampire bats feed on blood, and originally being nocturnal creatures, they've grown more active with the return of night, becoming a nuisance. To draw them out, we'll use Chasmil's lures, which work by exploding their heat-seeking behavior. The bats won't to nest under the eaves, so you are likely to attract more if you place the lures near the building. I have here 6 lures, 3 for you and for me. As proof of success, as proof of a successful kill, I want you to gather up their fangs. Whoever collects the most is the winner. Ooh, you're hunting too? Yes. Well, there's nothing like a friendly competition to bring out the best in little. Anyway, while we're hunting the bastard, 2 of you are to stay with Reen. She's really strong too, and will keep you safe. Without further ado, then let the contest begin. I know I'm on the wrong one, but that is fine. I actually don't know what job Dwindle uses. Isn't it who I think it is? Oh, they're here. And a samurai main. Ooh. Wait, she said use them near the near buildings. Ooh, so up here will do good. Duh. Ah, all right. I only have 1 so far. But this one shall do me good. Die. Let's go for this one. Probably because it's like near like the buildings and such, it'll do good. Bum 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 bum. Like, don't the kids want to watch us fight? Why are we, you know, fighting far away from, you know, here? I've gotten 3 fangs, but I feel like I should have. I got 7. Never mind. Oh, it just says use 3 lures. I got 7 fangs though. Let's see you beat that, Alize. Well, thought little the children were hanging on your every move. As was I, to be honest. Though I know the tally, may I see your fangs for good measure? I didn't even realize it was only 6. I still have an hour to stream. I thought I was nearing 7. Ooh, I got time. Apologies for the wait. My fang's not a bad haul, even if I do say so myself. Five, 6, 7 fangs from Alize. Which means that we have a draw. Little also collected 7 fangs. Oh, why does this feel even worse than losing? Just another measly fang and it would have been mine. Don't even look so surprised. I have no intent of remaining lost in your wake forever, you know. So, children, now you've seen the Warrior of Darkness in action, what are your impressions? She's incredible, miss. The bats were down before they even knew it. Our gods are so strong, but the Warrior of Darkness is much, much stronger. We want to be just like her. Good. If you're looking for an example to emulate, you may as well pick the best. I want you to remember how you felt when you watched Little, and train hard. Keep at it for long enough, and you'll be strong too. If you don't mind telling us, when did you decide you wanted to become Warriors of Light? Well, we were listening to everyone when Ardbert appeared, but I've wanted to be strong since before I came to the Crystarium. The Sin Eaters killed my father and sister, see, and I promised myself I'd learn how to protect people one day. Like Ardbert said, this is our home. We're the ones who have to protect it. We're the ones who have to rise up as new Warriors of Light. And what about you, Arkil? With me, to be honest, I'm still not sure what I want to do. There's lightning back there. Yeah, there too. But if my friends were in trouble, I know I would want to help them. And I want to go on adventures with them, see the world together. He looks like a young Hiccup. Hiccup Haddock III. Well, that's a wonderful goal. You really think so? It's hard to explain, but it's something I felt when I saw the star shower the other day. I felt as though there was something I'd lost, that I had to go there and find it. Well, for both of you, there's nothing for it but to train. When we return to the city, I'll teach you some exercises you can do by yourselves. See, now, what kind of, warriors do you want to become? Like, what kind of combat do you want to become experts in? Thanks for showing us your fighting skills, Warrior of Darkness. Would never forget it. I understand how Arkil feels. Star Shower didn't awaken me to Hydaelyn's voice, but that vision of the final days of Armorat burning. It filled me with a sadness to the very pit of my being. Things I once knew, people I once loved, promises I once made. It felt as though long-forgotten memories were dancing on the edges of my mind. But when I try to focus on them, they simply fade away. An effect of having a fractured soul, I should no doubt. But lest you worry, I am perfectly happy to remain fractured and have no intent of donning an Ascian mask. I just wish I knew what that Elidibus was plotting. But look at this pair of incurable brooders. If we're going to stand around lost in thought, we may as well do it back in the city. Rest assured, Reen and I will take the children from here. Their heads will be in the clouds after meeting you, but we will see to their feet remain firmly planted on the ground. Duh. It's nothing. Just a dizzy spell. Seems I tried a little too hard to beat you. I'm fine now. Not to worry. I'll see you soon.
As you ponder Alize's words, you are taking an urge to revisit the scene of your fateful meeting.
Canonically, we miss him. And hop. Yep. Yep. Boing, boing, boing. I wish it wasn't raining while we did this, but I think it adds to the effect. Nice lightning there. You see me as a...
Why am I... Was it you who called me here?
On behalf of the convocation, I bid you welcome to our order. At times you will stand with us, at times you will stand against us. All that you might steer mankind and the very star upon the true course. For yours is the seat of Elidibus, the emissary, and by his name shall your every action be guided.
So you peered into my memories. No matter. You will have found little of import. But I see you intended to summon me here no more than I intended to come. The fault is mine. Such is the burden of hope.
I do love Elidibus, though. Why must you embroil the people in your plans?
I merely avail myself of such tools as I require for the conflict to come. That which I do is no different from that which you have done so many times, Warrior of Darkness. I arm myself, I hone my skills, I make ready to vanquish my enemy. You. You who have murdered my brothers, who have taken their selfless labors in service to the one true world and turned them to ash. I see you for what you are. You are death, and only in death shall you serve any purpose. The convocation charged me to steer mankind and the very star upon their true course. As Elidibus, it is my duty, and I shall see it done. I will strike you down. Destroy you body and soul. All else must wait.
Terrifying bastard.
Ere long I will come for you, warrior of darkness.
I believe
And
tomorrow
I
we
will
fight
save
him.
the world. One last matter. I bore witness to your final struggle with Emetzelk. It seemed as if he saw something familiar in you. As if he mistook you for another.
There was no mistake. Ithilodius called me his new old friend.
No. I recall not of whom he spoke. Mayhap I never knew you. Or mayhap it is another fragment lost.
Ah, I wasn't aware you already had a guest.
Oh.
If the conversation is constructive, I shall not
Hello,
intrude.
CE. Oh, you're glowing now. I love it.
But if you seek to stir up trouble, Elidibus, then I must insist you leave at once.
The way I want to... What did you do?
Though you lack her blessing, your soul is surprisingly dense.
What'd you do to my boy? The way I would wear Crystal Exarch's outfit so
Worry not.
fast.
I seem to be unharmed. This is my own doing, the consequence of my recent exertions. It is the tower's way of compensating me for the demands I have placed on it. Rest assured, it is no great inconvenience at present. Indeed, I told Beck Lug as much, but they would not be persuaded and sent me away to rest. No need to make a fuss. Strange as it may sound, I consider it something of a badge of honor. One of the brave souls who saw me delivered unto the first once said that the world shall ever have a place for tales of heroism so long as we have need of inspiration in our lives.
It is tales of
Though he and his fellows had no way of knowing whether their mad scheme would amount to anything, they knew that the attempt alone would inspire hope. Or so they hoped. A more optimistic lot one would be hard-pressed to find. They said they would find a means to save our God's forsaken world, just as soon as they had sent me on my way. Said it with such confidence that, for a fleeting moment, I half believed them. Such faith, such courage in the face of unrelenting despair. For a long time, it was more than I could bear to remember them. But having come this far, having sent full many on their way myself, I see things more clearly. To take action is to hope. To believe, to choose to believe, is to take the first step towards a brighter future. And why do I tell you this? Because I want you to indulge me in a little recklessness. Needless to say, I have a plan. And when all is said and done, I will ask yet another favor of you.
You're both here. Oh, thank goodness.
What's wrong?
It's Thancred. He's collapsed.
I'm hoping I can get 2 more quests done. This next one and one after. The fates seem determined to not allow us a quiet moment, but come, let us have the details for Marine. Alright, striking, maiming, and fending gear. Okay, consume gear of aiming. Let's see what the gear looks like. I mean, they're not particularly amazing. What was the last one? Slaying? Oh, it was striking. I read slaying for some reason. I mean, they are in fact outfits. I'll just probably take the money. That's what. $500, $1,000, $2,000, $3,500. It happened after Alize and I saw the children back to the Spagrix. We chanced to meet Thancred there, returning from his mission. He had been shadowing Elidibus around the realm, only to lose sight of him near the Crystarium. And he was in the middle of telling us where he'd been when he just crumpled to the ground. The Churgans are looking after him now, with Alfino standing by just in case he needs his healing magics are needed. Since I couldn't do anything to help, I thought it best to find you and the guard at the Exedra told me where to look. I see. It cannot be easy leaving Thancred's side. My thanks for bearing word to us. Come, let us hurry to the Spagrix. To the asparagus, go! Run to the asparagus, little, run! Bonk. I think I have in mind an outfit I want to attempt to build. Which will be quite nice to have indeed. I think I know what top it is. I just don't know what axe I'll use at the moment. And I don't know what gunblade I want. But we'll figure that out. They dragged you here too, did they? My apologies. How do you feel? Embarrassed. Otherwise, well enough. I won't be staying overnight. This episode was not a result of any injury I could find. Thancred's ether, however, did show signs of instability, and I did what I could to calm the fluctuations. And all this happened without warning. Not exactly. Oh, I had a sneeze there. Pardon me. Bless me. You would at least recall the time Ariange nearly drowned and I gallantly went to his rescue. When the water-walking charm failed, he was tired, as were you when you got back. We were both spent, yes, on account of which you begged us to rest, which, in retrospect, may have been a good idea. It is, in fact, I've been experiencing regular bouts of lightheadedness ever since. But there was no actual fainting until now. As Alfino has observed, I have no lingering injuries, and it most assuredly isn't old age, which only leaves but one likely cause. The link between body and soul is weakened further. Time grows short. We must complete the spirit vessels with all haste. To that end, little might I trouble you to make a trip to the source. In addition to looking in on our friends' bodies, I would have you consult Kryl about our plan. If she has any concerns, we should at least endeavor to address them prior to proceeding. In the meantime, we should get back to laying bare Elidibus's plot. Thus far, I have learned this much. That in each of the places he has visited, there have been sightings of suspicious black-clad strangers. Moreover, the coming of these shady individuals has invariably coincided with some manner of misfortune. Beasts terrorizing settlements, blight ravaging corpse, you know the sort of thing. All of which serves rather conveniently to make Elidibus call for new heroes reverberating that much more loudly in the hearts of his audience. And you think these black-clad strangers are Ascians? I do, and I fully intend to investigate further, though for that I shall require additional feet on the ground. You can count on mine. Gods know I've been itching to get out there for a while. Mayhap Urianger can be prevailed upon to join your efforts. He has already provided copious guidance on the matter of spirit vessels construction. It is for Beklug and I to wrestle the rest. Well, if you can spare the old boy, then we may as well make use of him. I'll go and give him the good news. You do no such thing. However heedless you are on your own well-being, if you care at all for Reen's feelings, you'll stay in bed until you are needed. Alfino and I will find Urianger. All being well, we have news to share by the time you return. Safe travels, little. Thank you, my dear friend. See, I need to think of a good outfit. I can run with this top. I don't know. I want something with this coat, or this drape, because I do absolutely love it. Perhaps soon I am in need for a color palette change. If that be the issue. Pure bronze.
Send me into the ocular. I would like to go see my friends in the bush. In the source. My friend.
My dear compatriot. 35 gil, easy peasy.
Oh, okay.
What's the amount to travel here? 105? Alright, I'll just use that to go back then, when the time is needed. Oop, I meant to do this.
Little, by excellent, I mean awful timing.
Sorry, I had to take a sip of water there.
You see, our friends, they've taken a turn for the worse. Cryo's hardly had a moment of rest these past few days.
She didn't want everyone to worry, so we've been keeping it quiet. And now you're yelling?
But, okay, but listen to me. I call myself a receptionist and I haven't even bothered to ask why you're here. So, they think the spirit vessel will be ready soon, and they want to make sure that there are no problems at this end. You better talk to Kryl.
She's with the others in the Dawn's Respite. Let's go and see her. Just prepare yourself, alright?
Enter to Dawn's Respite.
Excuse us. This way.
I would rather you hadn't seen this.
I think it's better that I do see this so I know how fast we gotta act.
I'm sorry. We have urgent tidings.
Oh, no, I'm not angry with you. On the contrary. I know full well how hard everyone has been searching for a way to return home. And I had hoped to afford you the time you needed. But given our friend's present state, perhaps it was for the best that you came. Stiff and cold, all of them. As if they were made of wax. Barely alive at all. And they had been doing so well. Save for occasional signs of etheric instability, they appeared to be in passable health. Then, quite without warning, things took a turn for the worse. A change for which even Master Matoya could offer no explanation. She could only remind me that the soul is yet an unknown frontier, and that much and more lies beyond our ken. But let's not lose heart just yet. At times like these, it is all the more important that we remain positive. Why? I but this moment succeeded in quelling a fluctuation in Thancred's ether. And while the others have weakened, they have remained relatively stable. I believe I may leave my post for a moment. So come, let me hear your tale outside.
Oh, my friends. What's the news from the first? I see. Work on the spirit vessel proceeds apace, but our friends begin to falter. As they themselves have observed, the link between body and soul has weakened, and it's as simple as that. For now, I'm still able to quell the fluctuations in the ether, but it's only a matter of time. We lose them. We'll lose them if we don't act soon. So if the Exarch is ready to attempt something, let him attempt it. As for the spirit vessel itself, if we draw upon Alec wisdom, we could do worse than consult an expert in the field. And I think I know just the man. Time being against us, it may be best if I go and solicit his aid in person, even if it does mean leaving my patients. Money. Alright. This is food for the soul. Which would be 7 quests done today, 8 ready for tomorrow. We'll just take more money. Little, could you spare us a moment? While Cryo goes and finds this expert of hers, I mean. There's a gift I was hoping to send our friends in the first, you see, and since we might be waiting for a while, I wondered if you wouldn't mind giving me a hand with it. My first attempt turned out well, so now I'm going to make it properly. I'll be in the kitchen at the House of Splendors. Meet me there. Time for some bread. Well, I had better be off too. I shall see you soon, either here or at the house, depending on how our patients fare in my absence. I don't like the idea of leaving them behind, honestly.
It worries me.
Dun 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 dun. Boing. Horse. Let's go. Hello, Doctor. Oh, hello again there, Radvanya. There you are, little. As I'm sure you've guessed, the gift I've got is a bit of home cooking. Unlike Kryle, I can't do much to help our friends directly. Oh, hello, little Lala. But that doesn't mean I've been idle. Nope, I've been doing my best for the Order, taking on this job, and that to keep our coffers full. I've been helping out with the Ishgardian restoration. And in the course of making this, my culinary skills have come on quite a bit. So I thought, why not make something for our friends? It's baking in the oven as we speak. Shouldn't be long now. Alright, Tatiru, you do that, sweetheart. There, baked to perfection, even if I do say so myself.
Archon loaf, let's go. Bread.
Your cake looks like red. It smells great. Doesn't it just... It's called Archon loaf, in case you're wondering, and it's what we eat, what they eat over in Sharlayan. Simple fare, I admit, but I thought it would remind our friends of home. If nothing else, Crow tells me it's a good source of ether. So, it should lend them a bit of strength at least. There is truly nothing like the smell of fresh bread. Of bread fresh from the oven. There really isn't. I love the smell of fresh bread. Oh, it's so good. Kryl. And if it isn't Rambaros too... I trust you require no introductions either, little.
Greetings, my friend. Full glad am I to see you well. I confess I have a long list of questions to ask you, but I will endeavor to contain my curiosity for the present. I understand our mutual friend is struggling with the anticipation of certain elegant technologies.
I have been keeping Rambaros apprised of events in the First. Suffice it to say, he knows about the Exarch. If anyone alive can provide insight into this matter, it's him and his fellow sons.
Loath I am to disappoint you after so glowing an endorsement. Memory transference was the sole province of Allegan royalty, its mechanisms closely guarded secrets. If any record of them remains, we have yet to find it. To it, I regret that I can offer no solution to your problem. Which begs the question of why I bother to come here, empty-handed as I am. The answer being, rather brazenly, to ask a favor. I would have you relay a message to our comrade. Tell him we never doubted him. Never doubted that he would achieve all that he said he would. Those of us who remain here behind have yet to play our part. But when the time comes, he may rest easy in the knowledge that we will most assuredly do. Do so. And then the tower shall I shine once more as a beacon of hope. In this world and beyond. So tell him that we consider his duty done, and that he should follow his heart now. Forgive me, but do you say this to discourage him from overexerting himself, or to encourage him to hold nothing back? That's for our friend to decide, but either way, I dare say a certain someone will be unimpressed. Well, there you have it, little. If you would be so good as to see Rambaros' message and Tartaru's bread to their intended recipients, along with my report, of course. Kryl, before I wrap up the bread, would you mind giving it a try, just to make sure everything is as it should be? But of course, I'm always happy to lend my taste buds. As is Raha. Excuse me, Rambros, as a fellow Sharlayan, may I trouble you for your opinion? Well, usually I have mine with a dollop of Rollenberry jam, but I suppose plain is best for sampling purposes. I see.
Oh no, is it that bad? It is indeed, Tartaru. Dense and unpleasant, exactly as it should be.
Just so, the very taste of home. As you might expect, our countrymen have amassed a wealth of culinary wisdom from every corner of the world, but our native cuisine is, shall we say, a little lacking. In Sharlayan, the majority regard food as a source of nourishment rather than enjoyment. Save for those few who actually research the culinary arts, we pay little heed to the necessities of taste and texture. It was against such gastronomic landscape that it is now called Archon Loaf was born, and the creation of Archon, who devoted himself to the study bodily sustenance.
Oh. Alright, there we go. I just had to check something on myself really quick. Wonderful.
And Archon was the creation of an Archon who devoted himself to the study of bodily sustenance. In order to maximize its nutritional value, he incorporated copious quantities of pulverized fish and vegetable matter into the dough, and with nary a care for the qualities which make bread enjoyable. The result is a flavor that continues to defy description. Yet, for its many shortcomings, the loaf's nutritional value cannot be denied, and being a damnably convenient way to cater to one's bodily needs, it quickly found an audience amongst busy scholars. Why, when I was a lad, nigh every meal was a sandwich made with this very bread and whatever ingredient happened to be on hand.
I suspect just about every Archon would say the same. Having been away from home for so long, I thought I have forgotten the taste, but no, it's all too familiar. Ah, how it takes me back.
If there is enough, perhaps you could spare us some for the Exarch. He is certain to appreciate it.
Oh, there's plenty to go around. I'll be sure to wrap up an extra slice. Little, when you deliver the loaf, please be sure everyone give everyone my regards. Tell them we're doing everything we can and that we will be praying for their safe return until the moment they get back. Thing.
There we go. I just had to restart Discord because it had an update. I have to go into the ocular, so I feel like this is technically just the fastest way to go about it still. I love when this area is, you know, clear skies and blue crystals. When it's all doom and gloom out, it's kind of a sad place to be. But this here, Midgar Summer, the Crystal Tower, all is amazing to see. Welcome back, my friend. Welcome back, my friend. How was your journey? Have some loaf. By the 12 Archon loaf, how did you come by this? I'd swear it had come straight from Sharlayan. Rambarous said that, did he? His words are very nearly as heavy as the bread, but I appreciate the sentiment. Should you have the chance, you may tell that he needn't worry. That which I do seek, I do my own volition, and with all my heart. In pursuing this path, I fully expect to earn the censure of our friends, and to deserve it, but I shall forge on regardless. Forge on as yourself did when faced with similar predicament. So I ask that you have faith in me, in what we do. But where were we talking about your adventure? But we were talking about your adventure. Before the others arrive, I would hear how their bodies fare. Oh, and the bread I shall save for later. Though it has been many years, I have not forgotten the feats of mastication required to consume it, nor how unconductively they are conversable. They are to conversation. I know how to read English. Voiced, not voiced. Yes, no, yes. Who knows? I'm gonna say this is voiced though. Music, different like, angles, increased character models.
Forgive the delay.
Nailed it.
We have visited every region and confirmed the presence of Ascians throughout the realm.
Lest a grave predicament be made to seem hopeless, it should be noted that they are of inferior rank. The black-masked minions who answer to the red.
Yes, a gaggle of schemers attempting to exploit recent events to sow the seeds of petty conflict. Fortunately, nothing of any great concern has come of their meddling just yet.
We also encountered a number of the Crystarium's former defenders, busily solving this problem and that in a bid to become warriors of light.
Their zeal is to be applauded. 'Tis but a pity I cannot encourage them on their course.
Not knowing Elizabeth set them upon it, no. Both the troubles to be solved and the villains to be vanquished are his doing too, like as not. And so, with apologies to the aspiring warriors of light, I believe it best that we deal with the Ascians quickly and quietly.
I quite agree.
But tell us, what news from the source?
Well...
How fare our bodies?
You see, my son. Well enough, though, time is not on our side.
Indeed. Heartening though it is to know we can stay a while longer, returning home must remain our priority.
This seems an appropriate moment to ask about the spirit vessel. Have you made any progress?
We have, as it happens. One moment.
Look at the blood crystals.
The red stones. Then this doth mean...
For the benefit of all, permit us to explain. As you will recall, using white Eorzea as our starting point, we fashioned a vessel for mind and memory both. Yet, though it served this purpose admirably, the process of imbuing it with one's complete essence proved a somewhat thornier proposition. Simply put, the memory would not accompany the mind, and so we looked to the Allagan's mastery of memory transference for a solution.
This approach was not without its own complications, however, relying as it does upon blood, which inanimate objects, notably, do not possess. We duly explored methods of suffusing the vessel with drops of the aforementioned. Alas, our painstaking experimentation succeeded only in making me feel faint, and singularly failed to imbue the crystal with the necessary properties. It was then that an idea occurred to me, namely that we might fuse the vessel not with normal blood, but with my crystallized essence.
You're doing this for our sakes. So far be it from us to complain. But don't think we haven't noticed what's happening to your arm.
It falls well short of offering up my life in exchange for yours, which was your only stipulated prohibition, as I recall. And it is but a small price to pay for delivering you home.
Assuming it works, we shall soon know if this grisly addition will serve as a suitable conduit for the subject's memory. Though not soon enough to warrant your waiting. The test is like to take a while.
Let us be off then. We have Ascians to attend to, among other things.
Forgive me, but I count 6 vessels. And there are only 5 of us.
One is for testing purposes. I will personally use it to see whether the crystal functions as it should.
And if it does, wouldn't that mean that your soul could also return to the source?
Yes. In theory, at least. But there is a distinct difference between your circumstances and mine. While your corporeal forms want for souls, my past self does not. Mayhap our essences would blend, or mayhap they would curdle. There is no telling what might occur.
And you'd be willing to take that risk?
Absolutely.
I would.
I see.
Hast thou a little moment? Hast thou a moment, little? I would speak with thee on the matter of our exarch's mooted return to the source. Thou wilt have observed that our friend spake not in certainties, yet if Beclug hath the right of it, 'tis possible to predict the outcome of his plan with some confidence. As it is their assignment that, given the opportunity, the Exarch soul should successfully merge with his younger self. Which is not to say that the process without complications is without complications. For one, the Exarch hath been subject to an additional rejoining, an experience which will have wrought a change in his ethereal composition. As thyself didst demonstrate with the merging with Ardbert, there, however there existeth an affinity twixt like souls, and doth give us cause to hope. Yet there remaineth one immutable condition upon which success doth hinge. The Exarch must needs recognize his past self as that simply himself. As our recent travails have demonstrated, memories are essential to the soul. Any discrepancy in the former may feasibly cause the latter to spurn its former flesh. 'Tis seemingly simple yet complex problem. For nigh on a century our friend hath striven only to deliver this realm, to deliver thee, and to do that singular end did he cast aside his very name, that he might assume the mantle of the Crystal Exarch. Henceforth none can say what choice our friend will make, but I believe it only right that thou be made aware of this truth. Mani. Alright. Oh, we have from Faded Memories onward tomorrow. I'm hoping we can go Faded Memories 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. From Faded Memories to Reflections in Crystal, which would be the end of 5.3. We would go into 5.4, which is 10, and then we go 5.55, which is 6, and then 5.55 part 2, which is 3. So we have, what, maybe, if I were to do this in smaller bits, 5, so 1, 2, 4 streams, 3 to 4 streams left. 2 to 4 streams, it really depends. Before we begin Endwalker. So, that means I have a lot of leveling to do on this, as I am 9 levels away. 8.5 levels away still. Damn, he running. But yeah, For anyone who lurked or watches this as a VOD, thank you very much. If you are new, like and subscribe. And, you know, all that fun jazz. I will be live again tomorrow. And then on the 29th, Monday. So thank you guys for hanging out. Have a lovely rest of your nights. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you to anyone who does watch these. You mean a lot. Even on quiet days, we will lead to bigger and greater streams. I truly believe that. Anyways, take care, love yourselves, and goodbye.